about. Bring me up or bring me down. A lot of things I hardly understand. What is good and what is bad? Problem solved, but I don't care. Sometimes it's just getting out of hand. Face the face of the race. Try to understand. I know that you know that we can be strong. If we stick together, we can get along. Loud and proud, we gonna say it now. Live life easy, live life easy every day. Let us fly away. Let us praise the day when the lust for life is stronger than the fear. Though we shiver and shake, and we sometimes need a break, it's a lust for life that never disappears. Loud and proud, we gonna say it now. Live life easy, live life easy every day.
Right on, John Magnuson with "Lust for Life." You know, I like those synths at the end. I think there were synths at least. I mean, it was like a really kind of like a deeper song for him. Like for John Magnuson, extremely deep. Like it was really cool. Like I really enjoyed it. And but a little bit at the end, the synths actually kind of reminded me of, since I kind of briefly mentioned part of the band before, was Faith No More from The Real Thing. You know, just a tail end of Epic and or From Out of Nowhere. You know,
Yeah.
so yeah, it was really cool. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I love that. John Magnuson, as we know, he's a bit of a legend. It's nice to see him go back to his kind of proper folk roots as well. You know, as a bit of a folky, as I've said myself, is a little bit of Fairport convention in there, which I really, really like. I like the kind of orchestral bits. I don't know if they're synths or if he's gone and got a whole orchestra in. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very, very cool. Really, really, really enjoyed that. I was trying to work out, because there's a couple of covers on this EP, and I was trying to work out if it was "Lust for Life" by Iggy Pop, but I'm pretty sure it's not, because it's different lyrics and different song. But,
Right.
but it's a coincidence that it's got the same name. But yeah, it's a really cool EP, and it will be released
June 1st.
right. So johnmagnuson.se/store on the 1st of June. On the 11th of June, I think it is.
Okay.
Oh no, hang on.
Oh, you know what? I saw the one in TH. I just saw, and I thought the first for some reason. I guess the one didn't make it into the email, so my mistake.
Oh, yeah, I put it down as once.
Oh yeah,
In my tweet.
That's like one.
It's going to be released on the 1st of June. Let's have a quick look. So the 1st of June is a Friday, so it probably is that actually, because most people are releasing songs on Fridays now, aren't they? So it probably is the 1st rather than the 1st. On the 11th. But anyway, yeah, great guy. Really supportive of other musicians, as we said before. Really good to chat to him. I missed the interview sadly, but I did get to chat to him when we called him randomly on his birthday.
Which is pretty funny that he was still up because he had his daughter with him. His daughter sound asleep because he had the little carrier in front. So
Right, yeah, it was adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's proper cool. Great guy, fantastic beard, very tall as well.
You know what? And I can't help it now that you mentioned like the month of June is reminded me. This is a bit of a sidetrack here, obviously, but reminding me of Celebrity Jeopardy on SNL when Will Ferrell was doing Alice Trebek, and what's his name? The guy who was God, I can't remember his name on the top of my head right now, but the guy who did Sean Connery. Anyway, he's like months that start with Feb, and Mr. Connery, Febtober. Daryl Hammond, who played Sean Connery. So but it's like Febtober. It's like no, like or like, and it's so there's so many good ones, you know, like like with Norm Macdonald doing Burt Reynolds. Yeah, I'll take 8 tits for 700. That's a petite. Never mind. He's like, I have to ask you about the penis mightier. The what? The penis mightier. How's it work? It's like, no. It's the pen is mightier, Mr. Connery. And he's like, gussy up however you want it, but the fact is, does it work? No. And he goes, I've ordered plenty of stuff like that never worked, but the penis mightier works all over a dozen. And then, of course, Nicolas Cage tries to like, wait, are you saying penis miters? It's not a product.
Oh, I love it.
Sorry, I know it's sidetracked, but just like that stuff, I just love. Those are always so funny. They always did such a good job of it.
Quality, mate.
So yeah, and a little fun at John's expense, but still, it's all in good fun. So.
Well, yeah, no, well, we've gone beyond it being fun at his expense, and now it's just into pure comedy.
Oh man, like it's you know, it's just as funny as about 2 months ago. Em and I were out doing grocery shopping, and she goes, oh look, jalapeno stuffers. She's like, oh god damn it, did I just say that out loud? I meant to say help you. There's a clerk laughing at me.
Mate, I was telling this story the other day, and because I like you, I'll tell you the same one, right? So I used to work in a warehouse. This is a true story. This is more about my poor geography rather than anything else. But I used to work in a warehouse, and I once sent we had a package returned that I had sent to Swaziland, and the reason I'd sent it to Swaziland is because we had this kind of list of where you could send packages and how you print off the different labels, right? So you type in the code from the list to print off the label. Right. And I couldn't find Switzerland. So I assumed that Swaziland was maybe the way that the Swiss pronounced Switzerland or something like that, right? Swaziland's like in West Africa or something, right? They got returned. Now, the thing is, one of the options on the list was Europe.
Europe?
Yeah, Europe. Europe, as in the continent Europe.
Europe?
Europe. And basically, it all came down to me not knowing that Switzerland was in Europe. And so I sent this fucking thing to Swaziland, and it got returned. But I don't know why this made me think of it, but it's a similar kind of thing, right? Where it's just like, what? It's similar enough, surely.
Close enough.
But yeah, well, that was it, right? It was like, that must be how they spell it. Anyway, this package got returned. I actually worked for a charity as well, so it was quite bad because obviously they had to pay for the return and postage. Anyway, my boss said, "Why has this package come back? And why did you send it to Swaziland?" And I explained the story, and his reaction was, he just looked at me and went, "You tid." I was like, "Fair enough."
Are you suggesting coconuts migrate?
There you go. So yeah, I think that's up there with jalapenos and the one for June.
You know what, man? It always just is funny. I know it's story before, but the band No One Son wanted them on, and this is like about 3 or 4 years ago. And I said, well, you know, how social media work for you and that sort of thing. And they're like, oh well, we got some listeners in Bogota, and there's a little bit of silence, and perfect time the drummer comes in. Where the hell's Bogota? Like South America is like, oh right. And we were just crying, we were laughing so hard because it was just a perfect pause and silence. And where the hell's Bogota? Man, we were fucking dying, and it's so funny because like the name of the EP in particular, there's a song called Bogota on that EP.
Oh, brilliant!
And they used that part of the interview on the EP as well.
Brilliant.
So it was so funny, man, and such nice guys. I mean, so I've talked to them quite a few times, on the banter hour and MS in the past and sort of thing. But yeah, man, that killed me. Like, and it just like I said, it was just like it's almost like it was set up, but it wasn't. It was just the perfect time, the perfect science, and boom, where the hell's Bogota? So that definitely, like we laughed about that for a good 2-3 minutes. Like literally, I almost stopped breathing. I was laughing so hard because it was just the perfect timing, right? So
I'll tell you just quickly one more geography story. So I was driving past. This was only about a couple of weeks ago, and I'm a mate Steve in the car, and we went past this pub called the Botany Bay, and I said to him, "We can't be anywhere near Botany Bay, can we? Isn't that somewhere in Essex?" And he started cracking up. I was like, "What?" He goes, "Mate, it's in Australia." I was like, "Fuck, is it?" And I realised afterwards it's because Wolf Sunday did a song called Botany Bay, and he's from Essex. So I just assumed my terrible knowledge of the world. I just assumed it must be somewhere near him. Fuck, didn't he, man?
Okay, man. 2 more sidetracks just because you said assume. I mentioned this to Em last night. For anybody who watched The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when it was on, even though I'm not a huge Will Smith fan, it was a pretty good series. It was point being is in the first.
It's brilliant. How can you not be a Will Smith fan when he released Getting Jiggy with It and all that, mate?
Oh yeah, of course. Hey, do you realize it's been 20 years since Will Smith told us to get jiggy with it? Literally 20 years.
Yeah, well, I'm still getting jiggy with it.
Yeah, well, it's. Oh, stop it. or somebody else should say, "Oh, shut up." so in the first season, their coach Mike with the basketball team, he goes, "You know what happened if you assume?" He goes, "The ass," and he puts the line that will shun you. So I mentioned that last night, and it just started cracking up because it was so ridiculous, eh? And actually, you know what? I have a proud moment here too. Speaking of misreading stuff, and I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but this was when I was in high school in Montreal, so this is like 95, 96. And a lot of times we'd, on lunch, we'd leave to go to lunch somewhere like where the restaurant is. A lot of times we cut through this one area, kind of go down through a park, and I saw a street, and the street was Iona. And for some reason, I thought the I was a 1. I said, well, it says 10 now. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? No, Iona. I was like, oh, holy crap, wow.
My mate's brother went out with a girl called Iona, and I set him up perfectly, and I said, oh, what's your new girlfriend called, Nick? And he went, Iona. I said, well, that's nice, but what's her name?
Oh.
Anyway, we're way off track now.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get back to the music here. So we got 2 more songs to get to tonight. So the first one is called Served on Sunday. This one's called Enemy to Me. Dig this.
Waking up slowly